Hey, what's going on? So you want to publish your map or mod for the Guild 3? Well, as we all know, this game's kind of made out of some spaghetti code, so I'll show you how to do it here. Alright, so starting off, first you want to find the guild in your library or just search for it. So once you do that, right click, go to Manage, go to Browse Local Files. That'll bring up this guy. Now, keep note of where your game is located, because if you have it on a drive that is not your C drive, there are going to be some commands that I will show you in PowerShell on how to get there. And if you are on the C drive, congratulations, it's going to be easy as shit. Um, anyway, so first things first, you need to have your files in the correct location. There are some people that say they can point their files to a different folder. I say don't do that because I had so many issues doing it and it gave me so many goddamn errors. I would just say for the easiest possible leeway, go to modding and go to content and put whatever your mods are or your maps here. If it's a mod, it needs an extra folder. I don't know what that folder is called, but it is listed under the some of the loose air quotes documentation here in the editor, mod launcher, modding info, and script documentation. You will have to read that on where to put those certain files. Unfortunately, I only really know how to do it for maps, but the commands are similar. You just got to point it to an extra folder and some files. But in any case, make sure both your maps and your mods are in here. So maps go in the maps folder. If it's not there, create the folder. Any sort of media that is front-facing thumbnails and screenshots. So if you want them, you got to put them in here. They have to be less than 1 MB because it will bitch when you do that, or it'll upload it blank, which just sucks. So with that in mind, let's get into it. So, got to open PowerShell. See, when you open PowerShell, it'll open under your C drive and under your users folder. Like I said, if your game is listed there under C, you can kind of skip this part. But if it's not, you want to basically type in CD or change directory, and then capital whatever the letter is. So for mine, it is F. So you want to hold F and then put a colon. When you do that, it'll bring you to your F drive. Now, unfortunately for me, I also already did this, but you also want to do a CD to this CD to this folder. So you can actually just click here, Control C, and then right click, and it will paste it in there for you. Just make sure you get rid of uh, the drive letter and the semicolon there, and then just put CD space. So just to do a little example, I would get rid of this, do CD space, and it will error out because I totally forgot you have to put semi-quotes or single quotes in front of any spaces, and unfortunately that's just how this copy and pastes over. So if you have any spaces in your names, make sure you do single quotes to lock them in. So it'd be like a single quote starting there and another single quote starting there. Anyway, I am already in my folder, and if you're in C, you basically just want to CD into your Steam Apps Common Guild 3 modding mods. You can do that one letter at a time, or you can do that all in one go if you know how to do that. So now that you're in here, let's bring up. So unfortunately I can't republish the map I've already done, and I don't have a test map because if it doesn't work or it doesn't qualify under the map creator, it won't let you publish it. So let me just go ahead and up scroll to the command I threw. All right, perfect. So let's just make this a little bigger. Okay. Now, in order to call upon the Guild 3 mod uploader, you have to be in the modding folder. Do not go into the mods like I did, like a moron. You want to be under modding. You're going to call upon this Guild 3 mod launcher, but don't click on it here in the File Explorer. You need to call upon it in PowerShell. So you're going to do a period and then backslash. Um, do the Guild 3 mod uploader.exe. Your next command, if this is a brand new map, we will say publish. Every time you need to call on any of the commands within this, you're going to do like dash dash title. Mine was named New Jersey, USA. Whatever you do, if it's going to have spaces in it, it's going to get really pissy about the naming. You can try to do the quotes, but I did not have such luck with that. So I just did underscores. So that's what's called New Jersey, USA with underscores. Do a description, and then it'll be like don't come back to Jersey now. The preview PNG, which has to be called preview PNG. You do dash dash preview, point it to where your preview image is, which if it's in that content media, you're good. If it's out of there, well, you're gonna have mixed results. And then dash dash content, that is where you actually go and load the mod file or the map file. And you point it at the folder, and it should automatically find it. So then once you do that, it'll give you a command. It'll either say, like enter in your Steam password or something like that. But if you have Steam open in the background, it should just load in and publish it for you. And the only way you'll know if it's published, because it'll sit you through for a bit, is if you went to your community page or your workshop page. Anyway, so now that you published your map, you want to modify that thing, I assume, and you want to, add some. Maybe you want to change something about the map, like we did. We wanted to increase the population count. So, scrolling down, this is how you update a map. You then have to do the same thing, but this time you would say update. Now, your mod's going to have a specific ID number. How you're going to find that? You're going to go to where your mod is in workshop items. So there's New Jersey, USA, and it is the link up here. That ID number equals whatever. Copy that ID number and paste it right here under dash dash mod that. You will have to update the preview image. It will bitch about that. It did for me a lot. And then, of course, you have to put the content thing and repoint it back with the new file. So if you went back into the editor, changed something about it, resave the file, and then you have to drag it back there. And then once all of that's said and done, let's say you finally actually want to work on or actually play the map once you have it. So then you would go back to the guild and make sure when you launch it that you use the mod launcher. That's how you're going to be able to launch with mods and stuff, and then therefore that's how you can also use it for multiplayer. But anyway, I know this sucked. I know this wasn't the greatest tutorial. I'm gonna put it on the Steam community, and it'll be on my YouTube. Throw me questions, and I'll try my best to answer them. And hopefully, this helps this modding community publish what's on essentially a dead game.